Hey, how's it going, Beyonce Knolls? It's Rock here, doing a quick broad review of one of your games on Alterac Pass. This is something that Bo suggested to me, so take a look and see. Looks like early game, you guys are trying to make sure they don't cheese some lanes. You're checking the lanes, but yeah, just coming in and seeing how this game went. Looks like you guys went for a similar combo like you did the other night when you ran the Ragnaros with the slam type of thing. So let's see how that works out. If we're looking at the other team, the enemy team is playing a more structure pushing type of build, right? Stacking Artanis, which just wants to 1v1. Joe has wave clear. Rhaegar has wave clear. Yep, they all show top. So hopefully we live. Looks like we do. Nope, we don't. Okay. Yep, just playing a little bit safer. Like obviously, when they have Sylvanas, I could see you guys are even looking and talking about, hey, they might cheese a lane. If you're afraid they might cheese a lane, you should potentially actually leave your Dahaka middle next time. Not that it's the biggest deal in the world, but Dahaka can dig, right? So he can respond to the lane that the cheese is happening in immediately, and then like he can then just stay in that lane, right? If they cheese one of the two lanes. If they don't, he can just clear mid and waddle to wherever he's supposed to go, or dig wherever he's supposed to go. Just something to think about. Like I said, obviously Jane is very competent in clearing. It's just if we're worried about Dahaka dying on his own, something to be aware of. So yeah, great stuns, great silence. Yep. Okay, so they got unfortunately a kill and half a wall, but if you look at XP, all of that hard work they did, they're behind on XP. Right? Minion XP is so important early game. So if they catch this minion XP back up, okay, sure. But like the one hero kill they got isn't even worth the wave of minion. So, and then the fact that this structure didn't die doesn't like. Sure, it's chip damage and it's important, and that's part of their macro win condition, right? The Sylvanas, the Joe, the Rhaegar, it's all very macro oriented. Looks like Tychus is even going into grenade build. So yeah, we'll see if they make it work. So sure, getting chip damage on their buildings is good, but at the end of the day, that's something to work out. Okay, so Jaina is going to be doing camps, which is good. So if Jaina's camping, Stake's going to be there. Beautiful. So, okay. We don't see them. We have to assume they're on their camp. We're just going to take a look, just double check. Yep, they're on their camp. They 3-man the camp. So, outside of the like minor wave of soak that you caught there, Bo, you're not really providing any assistance to your team, right? Like your beetles are keeping the lane pushed further out. Like now it's kind of crashing and freezing maybe on your side of the wave. Rag's winning his lane, or Erica's winning her lane, whatever. And then Ramsey's doing good up here. So I would just make sure that if we don't have vision of them, like that's a good assumption that they're there. But just be aware that potentially you can be helping tank this to make sure this gets done faster, or rotating around and looking to find opportunities. So. Okay, so you guys look for an opportunity here top. That's a good stun. Good tongue follow-up. Okay, a little bit of miscommunication there. If Ramsey is going to be calling the follow-up tongue, which I believe he should, just because of how that's there, he potentially just needs to stand still. Right? Like, there's no reason to drag the Artanis back. So that way Stukov can land the stun on the first pile. Because then if he's standing in the pile, the low blow, all that stuff, his abilities doesn't go off. So, he should live here. Oh, that was closer than I thought it was. I thought he was going to live by a lot more. So, little things. Just try and sync up and understand what exactly is the correct way to layer abilities. Opiate should be following up on Bo's stuns with his Silence Puddle. So that way we don't miss those. Okay, not too bad. We're still pretty much even / ahead with XP. Again, what are we looking for kills? Like what does this rotation do, Bo? Like I agree that we can look down here to help kill or support the rag. I'm glad that we're not just standing middle. But like as part of your job of finding vision, this doesn't help find vision. All this does is it's like you're hiding right now for one of them to step up too far to Erica. And like Erica would know if they were stepping up because we just cleared the wave, right? So if you're trying to find vision or trying to be effective, right? Like, you should probably be further up and here, or playing maybe to this bush, something up this way, so we can actually, like, control the vision. Right, so now that we see their 2 bottom, 3 bottom, are we say it's like now we can get in position to fight, right? So they don't know we're here yet. They know that Stukov's here because they see the Stukov goo. Just an okay attempt, right? Versus if you guys would have attacked here, you see where Jaina is, right? Like if we would have attacked here and collapsed on them into the wave instead of trying to fight them at our gate, like you might have been able to get a kill because Sylvanas wouldn't have been pressured to be able to, oh yeah, like I can't step up to the wave, and she might have used her trait here. So now we got to catch waves. Combs walking a little bit dangerous, but that's okay. Bo walk safe. Bo, you're the tank. Unless you know you need to be top ASAP because of whatever's happening right here, you need to be using your vision tools. You literally have a get out of jail free card, and the only thing that scares you on their team is nothing. They actually do not have a way to stop you from burrowing. Right? Like if you walk into somebody, you hit burrow, you should live. Right? The only time you die this game is once mind control comes out. That mind control or blessed shield, because then yes, you might be able to die within the stun duration of a shield or mind control to the damage. But outside of those things, you shouldn't be afraid. You should literally just walk away whenever you want to walk away. So feel free to play for your vision, right? Like come up this way rotation wise so you can see what they're doing instead of coming the safe way. I said the only yeah, so now you're like, yeah. So you drop the beetle to hold the wave, which is fine. We're doing the camp, which is the right call, which is good. Okay. So we don't know where they are right now. If we knew where they were, you might be able to cheese the objective right now, Bo. I actually, if I had to put money on it, there's 3 on this bottom camp here. The 4th is just cleared mid and is rotating up this way. You probably, as a new Brack, could have walked right here, dropped your beetles, and tried channeling the objective. Look at that. Right? Even with 4 of them on it, you could have walked, like if you're walking up this way like you're originally doing, you could have walked up here and drop both your beetles, right? You took the beetles on one, so use your beetle on one, use your W beetle, and you channel the objective, because the 2 beetles will distract the guards and you can channel. Not that you're going to win it, but the fact that you get time on it makes them have to respond. Like, this map is actually a lot more of a tug of war, where the objective is important, but it's not going to win you the game a lot of the time. You can get 4 or 5 objectives in a row and lose, because of how the way the structures and the cores and things work. You need the objective to win, sure, but you will most likely win through macro and team fights before the objective. So yeah, feel free to use your beetles in your trade up here to get some cheeky time. And if you're able to get the cheeky time, they might pull them off of this, and then you don't have to stand here and fight, right? Like, you can just hold them with the beetles and just be positioned to dig out, and dig out over the water here so they can't chase you, etc. So we can't find them. You're thinking of ganking Artanis. If you're going to gank, go deep. See, we're taking too long if we're looking to gank there. See, good job. See, you have nothing to be afraid of. You can dig away anytime you're ready. I thought for sure you were looking to gank that Artanis right there, and then you decided not to. Let's see if I can figure out why. So right here, I thought for sure you were looking at this Artanis. You even come, like, Ramsey even lands the tongue. Like, if you go on this Artanis right now, you've got stuns, silences, puddles, like, look at that. Ramsey even lands the puddle. Well, if you had the stun here, Rams the puddle, right, with all of this stuff. This is a dead Artanis in the towers with all the stuns in the puddle. Like, we just need to communicate what we're doing, because this is a free kill that we're giving away for essentially vision we already knew where they were. Okay, so you took the Talon on 4 here to interrupt pokes, right? To take that damage so you can slow and interrupt on pokes. But then we didn't fire it at the channel. So if you're supposed to be the poke for the objective here, they just got the objective for free when you actually could have used your Q and hit this whole zone. You're walking in this puddle, slowing yourself for free. Ramsey's looking for a dig. He didn't find one. You stutter dumped, or you goofed on your dig. You like double tapped it. Okay. Overall, we're still fine, right? They got a couple free seconds. We're 7s first. Can we do anything with it? Okay, so now you're trying to choose the objective. This is not good timing for it. Okay, so the reason that this is not good timing for it is we know where they all are. They were all just showing mid. If you wanted to choose the objective, you had to do it earlier when you knew that they were all on the right side of the map where they couldn't touch you. You've unfortunately now walked so far away from your team that even if you do choose the objective, there's no way you can get out of here alive. So, unfortunate. Oh my goodness, they misplayed that. That's a really well good dig. You should have died 100% right there. That was a very good dig. So once again, we're split on our engage. That's a good silence puddle. Right? Are we fighting the... You're just going to die here, Bo. You don't have your dig. As much as you want to stop this channel, that's not your job. Right? The tank's job is to be the body, be the zone, be the engage, be the vision. You're not capping the objective. Unless it's free, you are not supposed to be capping this objective. You're supposed to be protecting your people so they can cap this objective. Right? And so as you can see, no one was in position to help you with this objective. So we shouldn't be trying to cap this. Your engage here was good. Right? It was a little short. Right? So you tried right here. Okay. Stukov silence puddle is up. So if Stukov was ready, Stukov could have thrown the silence here. Jaina's here. Jaina has Blizzard up. So Jaina Blizzard comes out. See? Jaina's on point. Stukov is running a little late, trying to drop his heal, like share his heal. And so the silence is late. Right? Which would have prevented the Tychus from dashing away. You guys probably could have killed the Tychus. Erica is trying to just do additional damage or movement speed for you to get you out. Okay, so at this point right here, can I not see what the objective time is now in the VOD review? Can I not see how much time is left? Well, that's annoying. Okay, let's pretend that there's literally no time left. Okay, if there's literally no time left on this objective, there's 4 of them, 4 of you. There's no way you're going to be able to sit here and ding, 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 and click on this. Right? It's not possible. So at this point, you need buttons. You need 5 seconds. So you should be communicating with your team. I can go back in 5 seconds. Right? Jaina has no buttons for 7 seconds. So Jaina shouldn't be really pushing super hard either. Rag has a W. That's ranged, right? So no buttons. We have no buttons. We shouldn't be running at them. Right? And so then, now that we almost have buttons, you start walking, panic walking towards the objective. Dahaka's coming. This is your engage right now. Dahaka either coming through the bush or Dahaka coming deep. That's how you guys are going to get kills. Like, Ramsey's got to be calling or doing what he can to say, hey, I'm on the way. Or I'd say, I'm going for a deep flank. I'm coming in the back. Whatever you want to say. Like, Ramsey should be coming down. This is your engage to have. You guys have a potential 5v4 advantage. If you can just stay healthy enough to push both your buttons, Bo, you win this fight. Right? Because here comes Ramsey. Ramsey, I'm coming in the back. And look, your buttons are up. If you and Ramsey and everyone are working together right here, again, another dead Tychus. Right? And so there was literally no time left on the objective. So there was no way we were getting this objective. So we shouldn't just throw our bodies at it to try and force the objective. It's hard to know when to fight for an objective like that or not to fight. And then we just couldn't retreat correctly. So they caught us on a teleport. Alright. And we're back up. Okay, so we want to split our best to defend. This rag core is way too early, Erica. Way, way, way too early. So one of the cool things about rag is that Rag can core and hit all of the potential waves on different maps. On Tomb of the Spider Queen, you can actually hit almost all 3 from where you're in the core, in the center core. This one here, you probably can't. So what is the most important lane on Alterac Pass? The answer is it's middle lane. So like you coring here actually shows me that this is the most important lane and you know it. So you're ready to defend. They also have a Sylvanas, right? So who's best at defending into Sylvanas? Jaina can't do it by herself, especially if they bring another person. So we probably need to match the Sylvanas with 3. Let the Rag do this in whatever lane is the next dangerous. And then let Dahaka do his thing into whoever he's facing. And then potentially when it's time, the 3 can become 4. Dahaka could dig in down here to match the Sylvanas and look for an engage. Right? That'd be how we optimize our global. So they instead sent 4 top and split with Sylvanas. Okay, so if they're splitting with the Sylvanas like this, right? Like we could have killed the Sylvanas. Right? 3 of us, 3 on 1, we kill Sylvanas. Instead of going to where they're strong, like they're a 4v1 by the time we rotated up here. We can't save this building. The only thing we could have done is Rag could have waited until we saw where they were to then core this one, since they committed 4 there. Bo dies, there's no heals available yet. Ramsey dies, there's no heals available. Oh, no. Heals came in, almost. So we just kind of have been like giving them staggered deaths and opportunities to do stuff that really we shouldn't have been giving them opportunities to do. So they got 2 forts. Oh, 6 health. OP, building's not dead. So they're pushing for top now. They've got Odin. Might as well push what you can. Dahaka's digging in. Dahaka looking for a tongue. That's a good stun. Dahaka's tongue. I don't know if it landed. Jaina's not there, so it's a 4v4. Oh, we don't have 10s yet. Okay, so I'm like, where's all the buttons? That was the fight that you wanted. They overstayed. You just didn't have buttons for it. Okay, so we see there's 2 mid. I'm glad you guys are thinking about boss. We're kind of spinning in circles right now. So, Alterac Pass, the name of the game is get that middle camp, which I'm glad we're doing. Right? That is how you win this game, is the middle camp. So now that they've taken their middle camp, they're showing 2 bottom. Erica's not really safe to go down there, so Erica's kind of doing her best to just hang out. What? Is that a misclick? That's unfortunate. Just double check if I missed anything.
Pay attention. We've lost the fort.
Two bottom. So like right now, Bo, you're literally sitting in the wave, showing where you are. Right? Like Rag can't come down here. Erica can't come down here. It's not safe. Right? Like we have no building, no protection. It's not safe. So Erica can talk to Ramsey and figure out who's going to cover this mid wave. So that way, as a new Brack, you can be looking for where they are. You're not always looking for a fight. Sometimes vision's just enough to deter. Like, how do we know if they're doing boss down here? Like, once this minion dies, you have no vision. So how do we know if they're doing boss? They're probably not doing boss because you've got Sylvanas right here showing in lane, you know, but, like, just, we need your hero's job is to find vision and find where they are and find those engages that make sense. And so it looks like we just misclicked or we spammed, pushed all of our buttons. I don't know. Either way. But if people were here, whether it be Rag or Jaina or, you know, sure, this is a dead Sylvanas. But, yeah, that was unfortunate. So now they're 3 mid again. Rag can safely clear bottom. That's correct. Dahaka and Artanis are dueling. Sadly, Dahaka's going to lose this over time because Artanis is stacking. We don't really want to duel Artanis. Trying our best to clear the wave. We went engaged. That is a great... See, you guys literally... That was amazing. I don't care if you lose this game. Right there. That's improvement. That is absolutely what you need to do every time. Follow up and layer your CCs properly. That was beautiful. I'm putting it down in slow-mo. Okay. The only thing that we could have done differently is try and communicate that we're looking for that engage, so either Water Elemental or the blizzard gets used differently. But so stun hits 2. Beautiful. Next stun comes out. Hits 2. Beautiful. Rag waited for the stun. Right? The stuns hit. Her stun hits. Right? Like, everything looks great. This is beautiful. This is exactly what you want. If anything, if you know you're committing ultimates to a fight, don't be afraid to blow Water Elemental early. Calm. If we're engaging for kills, let's throw all of our buttons. Let's get the kill. It's better to use the button than to not have it. Right? Because, like, any damage here from Water Elemental would have been a kill on either one of these two. Even Ramsey joins in, right? This is a good call. Oh, he took Falling Sword. A tongue here? Oh, thought about it, but didn't do it. Oh, oh, that's a weird interaction. So Ramsey ended the tongue, but that Tychus grenade. Okay, so now they're 5. We don't want to be here. Looks good. And we did use Water Elemental. When did we use Water Elemental? Okay, we just used it way too late. And the Water Elemental is now hitting a target that can't be killed. Right? Like, we're not even on the same targets of whatever our team was engaging on. And Water Elemental's now not being microed correctly, right? You can micro your Water Elemental to where anytime the Water Elemental is charging a target, you can use R and just click on the minimap or on your map, and he'll follow your clicks instead of just chasing things to death, right? Like, we could have used the Water Elemental to help clear the camp, or Water Elemental could have turned and attacked the Rhaegar. So, little things. I want to see more of that. More of you guys following up on CCs and working together as a team. That was great. That you guys should have had a double kill there. We're fighting 5v3. Almost got out. 1 for 1. We're down. 1 for 1's okay, I guess. Alright, so again, we cocooned here. Okay. Did we miss our stun there? Did we not have stuns available? Okay. We have both of our stuns up. In general, you want to Q first because it's harder to miss. Because Q actually has, like, a travel time plus stun. So, like, if the spike is going underneath him when he's in the cocoon, if it breaks, you have a greater chance of landing the stun. I personally also like to, if I'm engaging, I know I'm engaging. Right? Like, it's like, at this point, are we going for the kill? Oh, yeah, we're going for the kill. So I'll E in. Just because later on in the game, when you get level 16 for Epicenter, that means you get more E's, so you can potentially have another E within that same fight. So I try to make sure I do it in the right combination of skills. But if you do E then Q, there is a second break in your CC. So if a character like Joanna or something is trying to use her trait, she can hold down the D key to make her trait pop as soon as the frame is available, and so her D will pop and you will miss your Q. But if you do Q then E, there is no frames to be able to get out because of the way that the stun works, right? Because your Q stuns for a second and your E stuns for just as a mini stun, essentially. It doesn't even stun for a duration, right? Your Q stuns for a duration. It has the weird animation where it pops them up. And then your E is just a stun. It's almost like a mini stun. So how do we do this? You have all buttons up. So we tried to E first. Oh, we panicked E'd. So we didn't land our E, and so then our Q, well, our Q's even the wrong direction, but yeah. Okay, that happens. Something to practice. Go into try mode, sit on the target dummies, and get that down. We can work on those mechanics later. Okay. Are we trying to cheese the objective right now? There you go. Well done. So you don't have to blow the beetles the way that you did. So if you want to cheese this particular side, either you walk all the way to the right, drop your beetles and channel, or walk all the way to the left, drop your beetles and then channel. Like, you kind of wasted extra abilities getting that done, but it's okay. All right. So we're down, but we're committed to winning this. See how you're providing vision for your team on this side, right? You're telling them, I don't want you to fight me. Okay. We don't have calm. Well done. I was going to say, you need to... Oh, maybe not well done. Okay. We live. Cool. All right. Before we get to that cocoon, I just want to make sure that you can see what I was saying as a well done. Okay. You found them. Look at this. You found them. They are engaging, right? This is an engage, engage, engage from them. So that means we need the heck out of Dodge. We don't have Jaina. We need to leave. Okay. As a team, if you need to call which direction to leave, potentially call it. Leave, exit bottom. Right? Because look where we're exiting. We're not exiting together. And then the north comes in and collapses on us too. And starts this whole system of events that no one dies for, right? Like, there was a blind ult, there was the shovel, water elementals used, water elementals killed. Okay, looking at our cooldowns up here on the top left. We have Cocoon, we have Raghammer, we have one stun, second one's coming up. We have no buttons on Jaina. This isn't really looking like the time to fight. If anything, we got lucky that no one died from their collapse of 5 people on us, right? So if I was in the tank's position right now, I would be looking to reposition over to this side and call for Ramsey or Calm or somebody, clear their minions mid. Force them to move. Because you do want to fight them, but you don't have your buttons. So you need a few seconds to reset and get your synchronization of buttons. Okay, so instead we cocoon here, and it instantly gets destroyed. And I love that. I love that Erica followed up. Even if this doesn't hit anything, you guys have been working on this, and that's great. And it actually does hit, right? Like, it actually does hit the Artanis. The second stun hits. All of those buttons are right. Just, right, Jaina didn't have any buttons yet. This is the first time she had something to help, and it was in pretty much Ancestral just took it off. Ramsey ends up going in deep, trying to help out. Ancestral, that misses. Falling Sword. Yep, and we're dead. So, just take some patience. You guys had time. You didn't have to force a fight there. You guys were actually up on the timer for a little bit there. So, just take your time. Rag here can poke, which is nice. That's one of the nice things about having Rag. Did we misposition our buttons there, Erica? Let's go to the Rag cam. Okay. That's not Rag cam. Try again. That's Calm cam. Okay. Interesting. I do not see your camera. Okay, we'll just have to do it from here. Okay. Cheat. We don't want to cheat. We'll go back to your vision. Okay. Once you become the core, you can't see. Interesting. Okay. Alright. So first one's for peel. Second one's for damage. Okay, that one here hits. This one here hits. Okay, you should have another E up here second. Okay, so you're having to guess at this one, right? Because you don't have vision. So you guessed correctly. Okay, you see where Sylvanas is, right? You can see here from where the Sylvanas is that you can use your other ability to drag down this way and cover the other side of the objective, right? You're stalling for as long as possible. And we kind of went this way instead. Maybe you didn't see the Sylvanas fully or didn't get it. But yeah, you hit the Sylvanas and come this way, you get another stall. And then with your last ability, you could stall here and hit all of them. So, unfortunate. And then I think you die for it. Yep. It's one of the problems of molten coring that side versus this side. This side you have a whole wall of protection to help you. But good attempt. So we're down a lot. Bo's just trying to be cheeky and force them to do something. And you just dig away. Yep. So not a lot you can do there. Looks like you're... Nope, you're going to die for that. That's unfortunate. Now we're really in trouble. So, did you need to do this right now? Probably not. I don't know how much time is on the objective. Right? But, like, we're already losing on this. We don't need to, like, stem the bleeding, I guess. Like, this is, like, you did the right dig. You did the right play. It's just, it's like, whether it be because we missed the Q on the Tychus there that we died, or is that what it was? We missed the Q and that's what killed us? You kind of went back in at sub-half health, too. Like, as soon as you know that they're here, you should just dig. Like, don't wait for the... you dug also in the tower's range, so you could have dug maybe a little bit more diagonally to dodge the tower shot. Then Q needs to hit. The Q doesn't hit the Tychus, so that he's able to jump up and kill you. Yeah. So, whatever. Not a big deal. So, especially if they almost... Okay. They already had this captured. You getting time here doesn't do anything. It's not like what the Immortals were, or the Zerg, where every point counts. This one's either all or nothing. Another sad thing about us using core here for the stall is that now we don't have core for the defense. That's always a hard thing to choose, Erica. So, just making sure that we use it with what the team's able to do next, because we pretty much lose this building for free, whichever one they commit to. And they've committed all 5 players down here. So, we just rezzed. AC Veins is up in 4 seconds. That's a good call out. Okay. So, they took a wall. Can we fight here? Right? I really like where these two are standing. The Silence Puddle's not going to be available, right? Because we don't have... Oh, no, we do have the It Hungers on 13. So Silence Puddle should be back and available to throw on top of whatever stun that you do here, Bo. Did you not engage on any of these people? Okay, you threw a Q. Rag through his thing. Oh my goodness, we are so disorganized right there. Okay. Alright. I see a 4-person clump here for an E. I see a 2-person clump. I see the DPS clump. I see both of the tanks clump. Oh my. This Tychus is either a very skilled player or got incredibly lucky. You tried to cocoon Tychus and he popped unstoppable. And with his Odin form. So, yeah. There's nothing else I can say there. That was a great play from him. I don't know if that's the target, really, that you want to engage on. I'm sure he's doing a lot of damage to you. But, I don't know. Like, when Tychus is in Odin form, as funny as it sounds, that's the safest time for the tank. Because the percentage health gun has been put away. In this, you can jump in on this more immobile version of Tychus. So because of that, we started clumping down here. You must have called for the Tychus because everybody just started running down here and clumping. And now we don't have any way to engage. Like, we pretty much stopped our engage. You could have followed up on that first stun in the engage. Right? You threw your stun, and then you backed up. Like, if you just full all-in commit to this stun... So Comb dies. Eric is trying to help. Eric is falling up. Eric hits a 3-man hammer. Oh my goodness. The damage is just... Everyone's all over the place. And then, oh, the Tychus damage gets a kill there. How long did we have that? Was Swipes up that whole time? Yeah, Swipes was up the whole time. Was there an opportunity to use Swipes earlier than that? Not really. You kind of also backed up, so you couldn't swipe the thing there. So, okay. So, we still lose the building. We die, we don't die. It's a good tongue. We're not really following up on the same things. We're going to lose the top building for free because it's just we weren't able to secure stuff. They're backing up. That's a great tongue. Follow up on your tongues. Ramsey gave that to you on a platter. Follow up on it. Just work on communicating our CCs and who's doing what so we know how to work together. Okay, core regenerates, don't care. Yep, let's grab our camp, and then we have to look good for 16s. They most likely want their camp where they're going to a boss, right? So I'm glad you're calling for this bow, but like, it's one of those things where it's like, should you be the one that's clearing the camp? So, because we still have no idea where they are, and they were on top boss. I don't think we can do anything about that. Like, even if you were to start roaming around and, like, protecting your team and seeing if they're on stuff, like, there's no way you could go to top boss, right? That's why I said they're on one of the 3. So, them being on top boss, okay, we now have a choice. Do we fight them? Because I don't think you have to 5-man fight unless they show. So they actually show Tychus mid. So this is an opportunity for a 4v5 if you can find them. Yeah, okay, everybody's mid, so there's no opportunity. So you can try and clear this boss. Clearing the boss way up here is pretty dangerous. Oh, that's a misclick home. No ice block anymore. So, looks like it's going to be fine. They might be running to their camp now. Like, I didn't see them run through here. They might be going all the way to the bottom boss, but even if they run to the bottom boss, it's cool. I'm not going to lie. They're 100% wasting their time and doing the wrong plays here. These bosses don't do anything. All they're doing is taking them off the map. Like, these bosses will not win the game by themselves, right? See, like, now they're pushing with the boss. That's different. Now they have a chance to win the game because they're actually ahead on levels. They want to fight you. They shouldn't be just taking bosses and walking away. So, let me back up, see if we can look at this last engage. Okay, you called for a defense. You engaged before you had both your stuns up on a target. Right? Like, we want Erica to get in this core. Erica's in the core. The Sylvanas should be our kill target. Like, sure, we can hit these tanks, but, like, ISO landed on it. Stun just hit it. See, that no. If it's the kill target, you don't cocoon the kill target. Because now you've just removed all of the damage and all of the pressure that was on her is now gone. If you want to kill her, you need to either shut down this Joe that's being annoying and preventing Jaina from stepping up, hitting this, you know, annoying Artanis that has 200 freaking stacks, or remove this person that's potentially has an ancestral to save the target. Because now we tried, right? Eric again tried to follow up on this, but there was no stuns available, right? I think Dahaka tried to. No, Dahaka didn't try to tongue. You didn't have a stun, so without the stun, the hammer misses. Oh, do we get this kill though off the drag? Nope. And we got split there. I'm not sure what happened to Calm. Let's look real quick since this game's pretty much over. See what we can see. So, Calm's sitting here trying to duel Artanis. Calm's just hitting what he can in front of him. Calm's just slowly going to lose this battle versus the Artanis. Yep. Artanis has stacks for days. We walked into a queue there. We probably could have ran more north. But Stukov is isolated from flapping people into Erica, and that's game. Okay, so let's take a look real quick. So in this last engage here, we need to be working together. Okay? So right here, we see all 5 of them are coming. Is there an urgency to fight right now? In my opinion, there isn't. Right? The most urgent thing we need to do is if Erica is going to Molten Core, we need to make sure that Erica can get in Molten Core and be effective. So if we want Erica to be in the Molten Core for the team fight, we need to be positioning Erica on this side of the building so she can get in safely. And then as soon as she's in, we want to either be stunning for her so her stun can't miss, or we need to be letting her stun and then following up on her stuns. Because this stun here, there's no DPS in range. Right? Blizzard's not even off cooldown yet. Frostbolt's not in range. Without your second stun, Artanis gets to walk away. The second stun came this way, so you weren't even aiming at Artanis. Like, it's kind of like you just dug in at the first thing you saw. The Silence Puddle was on top of it. Thank you for following up with your Silence Puddle. So now where Erica's in, we have no stuns to help. We have no Silence Puddle because it didn't get the reset from the number of heroes for the It Hungers. Calm has thrown all of his abilities. Icy Veins hasn't been popped yet. He should have probably popped this right away as soon as you started stunning. But Icy Veins hasn't been popped yet, so we have no one following up on Erica, no one following up on Ramsey as he moves in with his stuff. Erica lands a stun. This needs to be like whoever she stuns needs to be a follow-up stun, either a tongue here or a tongue here. Because now, yeah, like you tried. Yeah, it's just a mess. And then Ramsey or Opiates dies because, yep, you flopped and on the wrong side. To me, this game is a comedy of errors. It is not. This team did not outplay you. They had maybe 1 or 2 really cool moments where they made good decisions, or 1 or 2 cool moments where they did something amazing. In my opinion, this is a game where we defeated ourselves. We did not use our CC train. We didn't follow up on our skills. We didn't play the objectives. We threw our bodies at objectives a couple times when we didn't need to, and we didn't play to our strength. Our strength is in our wombo combo, right? So we want a team fight. We want to blow people up. If we land all of our buttons on somebody, they will die. And we did it once, right? We did it that one team fight that was over here at the beginning or mid game. So work on that. Work on engages. Work on talking to one another and make sure that we hit what we need to hit. Talent-wise, real quick, Beetles, Barb, Shield, Cocoon, Beetle, Epicenter, Agility. There's not a lot of bushes on this map. I don't know how good Agility is. I would have to take a look. But it's fine. Like I said, definitely having the movement speed can get you some cool flanks. Lurker, CC, yep. Losing armor. Are you the only reduction of armor on your team? Yep. Okay, that's fine. What else is on that talent tier? Damage or AAs. Yeah, you're not going to get any AAs. Yeah, that's the right talent. Tunneling Claws. Yeah, you probably need that to live. And get engages. Fingers, Frost Armor, Ice Free Wand. Yep. Water Elemental. Yeah, I think you have to go Water Elemental just because of the Falling Sword pick. If you didn't know, if Joe didn't go Falling Sword, I don't think you have to go Water Elemental. I actually really like going Ring here because of how melee heavy they are. They're essentially 4 melees. So Ring could get a lot of value. But once Joe takes Falling Sword, you can't take Ring. So, yep, Icy Veins, yep, rooting targets. They're melee. Root's good. Low blow, armor, yep. Armor doesn't work into percentage health, but armor does work for the Artanis and the Sylvanas, so. Yep. W, sure. W didn't get finished. Huh. I wonder why it didn't get finished. Maybe that was just we weren't near enough heroes. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, yep, yep. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully that was helpful. I know I feel like I dig on Poe a lot this game, or Bo with this game, but just take a look. I say no sweat off your back. This one, like I said, comedy of errors, because when we're dead, that means we can do less, and if we're not together and not using our CCs together, we're weaker. So let's work on our combinations. So Bo, work on your cocoon timings, just between the team, communicating what our engages are. Opiates, pick a person to follow up on for your silences. Normally, it's the tank, so that way the others can play around it. If you're trying to guess where they're going to perfectly be, like there's that one up here where it was like you're trying to guess where the Artanis is running when he was stunning when Bo landed the stun and then Ramsey landed the tongue and dragged him over here and then your silence was over here. Like try and just follow up where you can on what's reliable. And so usually your tank will be the reliable engage. So follow up your CCs on that. Um, yeah, like I said, little things, guys. Not too bad. I think if we get a couple more kills and we get to other stuff, we'll be just fine. All right, that'll do it for me. Have a good night. Catch you guys on the next one.